Here is Peter Kirsch and his wife Lizzie. They were married in the church here in 1903. Her brother was a priest from Anne Lemke and came to marry them here. They had 5 children, a daughter and 4 boys. One of them is actually buried here, and his wife is here. She died when she was 30 from polio. They had one daughter, and she was sent to Milwaukee to be raised by Peter was a carpenter by trade, so he built a lot of the buildings in and around St. Lawrence, and what he didn't build, he ended up buying from his grandfather, who actually had come from Germany in like 1844, so he was already had a well-established family here. So on the corner of 175 and K, on the northwest corner, is the building that would eventually be the hardware store that he owned. Next to that, he built the house for his wife and him to live in. One of their sons lived next door to that, and across 175, another son lived in one of the houses there that he built. So there's the Little Red Inn, there's a parking lot there now. The next building, Peter built that. That had a 2-lane bowling alley in it and a creamery at one point. The house next to that he built, and his son Tony lived there. He was married to Esther, who was the baker for the Little Red Inn. She was well known for her sham torts and poppy seed torts that she made. She recently died. She was 102 when she died. And then there's actually a barn next to that he built, or he bought from his grandfather. That's been a gas station, it's been a junkyard, it's now an auto repair shop as well. Peter got sunstroke and had to limit his carpentry projects. So then he bought the corner building from his grandfather, added the second story, and moved the entrance to the front, and opened the hardware store in 1913, where it was open for 56 years. I've been told it sold appliances. It was not just limited to hardware, and a lot of the community would come there to socialize and gossip and gather. Peter would actually play his concertina for people as entertainment. He kept it open till 11 p.m. at night, and he would also open after church on Sundays till like 2-ish, which was pretty rare then. In 1907, there was a fire. The church got hit by lightning, and it was during a church service. So they finished the church service, and for some reason after that, Peter decided he was going to climb the tower all the way up to the cross and have himself a beer up there. And this all started with like a rumor, but his grandson was here earlier and said that he does have a picture of that, so that happened. Jane, one of the other members, and I were at the antique store in Kewaskum, and I just happened to read, I saw St. Lawrence, and I'm like, oh, compliments of the Peter Kirsch hardware store, and she says, that's the guy you're doing for the tour. So I was actually going to buy the little mug, and but it was too expensive for a one-time prop for this. So then Peter was a member of the St. Lawrence Cornet Band. He was a leader for 1 year, and he was a founding member of the St. Lawrence Fire Department as well. And he died in March of 1969.